Did the FCC really mete out a light penalty for Google? Headline yesterday in the Washington Post said that they did. And they probably did because the final levy against Google was $25,000. Whoever wrote this story, Dina al-Baghdadi, at the Washington Post, off of their webpage. It represents 1%, 1,000th of a percent of what the search giant earns in a single day. I don't think that's really the issue. I think really the bigger issue, and by the way, it was over what is now being called the Street View case, when Google had all those cute little Volkswagen Beetles driving around the world. I don't know where they were driving, and getting information, taking pictures for Google Maps. The original technology comes from that whole concept. Anyway, $25,000 I find to be just a ridiculous waste of yours and my taxpayers' money. The millions of dollars that must have been spent to get, and then to levy a $25,000 fine is crazy. Um, that was a bad decision on somebody's part. Uh, it was extremely interesting because just after I read that, not too long after I read that, I happened to catch a story at portfolio.com. Portfolio.com is the online version of a wonderful chain of weekly small business newspapers in 42 markets around the country. The American City Business Journals has grown to be that weekly printed publishing entity, and is doing a wonderful job with their online delivery of information and whatever else. I follow a lot of as many of the stories as they're publishing. I try to follow, but at any rate, Sergey Brin, one of the two co-founders of Google, and in a totally unrelated matter, just happened on the same day. He made the interesting comment. The Google, and I'm quoting from portfolio.com on the 18th, an article written by Kent Bernhard Jr. The Google co-founder criticized Apple and Facebook for creating walled gardens of content and said that the open internet is in danger. Quoting Sergey directly, you have to play by their rules, which are really restrictive. The kind of environment that we developed Google in, the reason that we were able to develop a search engine is the web was so open. Once you get too many rules, that will stifle innovation. Also very true, how very important the concept that Sergey and his partner Larry Page brought was that with so much information available, the best way to sort it out is by developing a good search engine concept that rewards the delivery of good results Another wonderful, interesting controversy brewing right now. Google in April at South by Southwest, they uh, released through mete a very earth-shattering statement that henceforth Google was going to be penalizing for over-optimization of landing pages. And I say kudos to Google for doing that. I was also surprised that it took them so long to recognize bad marketing. And as an example, what uh, trying to understand what Google search engine optimization is all about, just last night or this morning, last night, I Googled David's barter just to see how we were doing, and it's amazing. I stopped at 7 pages. We have found a magic formula at Google, and they're capturing things everywhere. On YouTube for sure, that's theirs. Facebook, they found something just in the general internet, press release. Um, oh, they found, I was reading, I had responded to something and they found it in somebody's uh, venture pad. I responded to something I read. Um, there's also at the bottom of the first page a paid ad that has nothing to do with us, and um, I am sure somebody's going to get good exposure at the bottom of that page. We don't get any of that revenue. But the point is that we try to do everything that we can understand about search and how it works. We over optimization is bad marketing. I've seen plenty of it in the last 40 years. And technology made it more simple for bad marketing to exist. And that's the challenge that we have with any information that we're getting today. Is good information that would improve our lives, or bad information that might make us take a step backwards in our lives. That's what we need to do. So it's important that we get the best information possible. And Google wants to do that when you do a Google search. When you come into our community, we want you to get the best information that we can make available to you in our community, of David's Barter community. It's very simple. The better the information, the more value that it creates in your life. That's why you will come into the community and become an active member in the community. And any moment now, we're going to be releasing our community fun game and show you that generating cash flow in a very simple environment can and will be fun, with some major prizes earned by those landing pages that create the most cash flow from now until the end of the year.